I'm gonna make some bread. I call it no knead, no mess bread. 3 cups of flour, and a little extra for good measure. I keep my salt in this little dish so that I can scoop it out with my measuring spoons. I want 1 1/4 teaspoons of it. 1 teaspoon, 1/4 teaspoon. Baker's yeast. I want 1/4 teaspoon of it. 1 5/8. So you go 1 1/2, and then you go halfway to the quarter mark. I'm not going to use a spoon. I don't want to clean a spoon after this. I'm just going to wash my hands. Okay, water goes in. Get it off my hands. Okay, hands clean. Here's the secret, is I'm going to use parchment paper. Just going to lay the parchment paper over it, and I'm going to put a dish on top. Okay, so about 18 hours have gone by, and the magic has happened. Here we have our dough. It's all nice, it's doubled in size approximately. We're going to use our parchment paper. Maybe a tablespoon, a little more. Carefully bring it off of the sides. Try not to. Now we're just going to stretch it out just a little bit. Fold it in. Once like that. Once like that. Once like that. And once like that. Now we're just going to flip the whole thing over. We're going to let that sit like that for 2 hours. Cover it up so that it's all nice and humid and moist in there. Now take a towel. You're not going to get this towel dirty because it's going to be over the parchment paper. Just cover it up like that. And let that sit there for 2 hours. This is the only thing that we really have to clean in the whole recipe. Okay, so 1.5 hours into that second rise, you're going to turn on the oven to 450. I turned mine to something a little lower, just under 425, because my oven's kind of hot. And you're going to put the pot that you're going to cook it in the oven to superheat the pot. 2 hours have gone by, and in the last half an hour I've been heating up the pot. Put a few oats on top, and it just looks nice on the bread and gives a little texture on top. Just a little bit. Okay, so this is a very hot pot. You're going to bring it up like that. Lift the whole dough up. Plunk that into the pot. Okay, now last but not least, just cut the extra. Open the oven. Stick the bread in. And set yourself for 30 minutes. This is obviously a stolen Starbucks timer. There we go. Gloves on, lid off. It's starting to look really nice. Don't touch that lid. So I'm actually going to go 10 to 12 minutes first. Let's take that bread out of the oven. Don't touch this without your gloves. Here's the part where you want to be careful not to knock too much of the stuff that's on top of it off. Okay, so we want to leave this for about an hour before we cut it open. Okay, let's try the bread on a test subject.
What? Still alive.
If you eat this bread, you will be still alive.
And sufficiently sophisticated.